Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I was due in Nashville, Tennessee, and I am back along my little channel markers here near the entrance to my farm. I'm realizing that this little channel is just not going to be broadly sufficient for any sort of passage via ship or small craft even. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop this open a little bit and just kind of enable myself, my future self, to be able to better proceed through this area back into here. Now, we've already got this pretty awesome, I don't know, little stream or what have you, and I kind of think one solution might be to have the stream come all the way back here and use this barn as a boathouse. Another option is just to park the boats down here and build like a small stairwell up into the general farm area. I kind of like that idea too, although I got these caves and stuff here, and this whole area isn't particularly well lit. But you know what? This is already going to be better. We've already got this a little bit wider, a little bit better. So props to us for that. Now, let's see. One thing I wanted to do too was substitute on some of these. I think that the redstone block might be more visible, than the red clay. So let's go ahead and hop in a boat here. And we're going to take this out for a little bit. I'm thinking I probably want to mark this over here as well with the red. So we're going to come out like so. Okay, so that'll be much clearer to kind of indicate where this channel generally is. Now, I'm kind of thinking I probably should mark over on this island as well, where it kind of starts to rise a bit. So before we hit that one, let's see, I've got a red marker there, and I've got a red marker there. Got a red marker there. These are just kind of hard to see in general. Like, they don't pop enough, maybe. Like at night they definitely show, but maybe making these wider or generally larger might be helpful. Hey, welcome Vintage Beef. As I'm looking at this, that new piece over there definitely helps, but we might benefit from having a green marker that's a little bit more visually distinct. There's so much other green stuff around. I might need to run home and try and buy some emerald blocks if I can afford them. Now, Python had told me to go into my house here and check for something, so let's go ahead and see what he left me. Hopefully it is a big stack of emerald blocks.
Hi Joe, I lowered the price of the shulker boxes, so I thought I'd reimburse you the difference. Wow, this is a really British accent from Python. Don't want you to go thinking I'm some shady, slithery businessman or anything. Enjoy, Python.
Wow, thanks Python. Ooh, 10 diamonds. I wonder if I could trade those diamonds for some sort of emeralds. Because, yeah, having the green markers be emerald would really give them a little bit more zazz that might accentuate them. So let's go ahead and swing by the shop. Time skip. Unable to determine the location of sale of emeralds inside the shopping district, I have repositioned myself over the rainbow, way over here, up here in the sky, with this beautiful skyship and this beautiful citadel, because I realized that there's an even lighter green color than emerald. 1 diamond a stack, if I can actually show you the tooltip, for lime wool. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 stacks of lime wool. And I was thinking about using red wool for the other one, but I realized I kind of like the red stone better. And so what we're going to go ahead and do is take this and get underway. Now, I was kind of thinking it might be worthwhile to even carve another channel in. Not close enough to the... There it is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my boat's sinking. My boat's sinking. Oh, no. I didn't even know I could do that. Okay, let's get the boat back. Can we get the boat back? Okay, can we, where's my axe? Okay, so there's our boat. So we have learned something today. Do not deploy a boat under the water. It will not work the way you would like. Next problem. So we are going to get above the water, not suffocate, and then attempt to deploy this yet again. Great. So, as I was saying, it might make some sense to kind of put in a little channel there, but that's right next to Asuma's house, so I might not want to do that without asking him. That's probably not very neighborly of me. Although he did put in this thing without asking me. Granted, this isn't next to my house. I'll figure it out. Oh, I'd need a channel there too, wouldn't I? What is this little eternal flame thing going on here? I'm just curious. Isuma's Island. Oh, well, so this is clearly not a land that we can claim and modify. Good signage, Isuma. Good signage. What we can claim and modify is this little area down here. This is about where I wanted to put my dock. I want to have it ideally relatively lined up with my stairwell here for maximum transportation simplicity. Okay, as you can see, the boats are already just kind of naturally clustering here. So we're going to go ahead and grab some logs. And I don't want to do anything too fancy. This is just supposed to be a relatively straightforward type thing. How high up should the dock be? Well, I guess it shouldn't be too high up because the water's way down there. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to build the... Oh, no, I'm hopping on stuff. It doesn't make a lot of sense to put this way up high. Okay, there we go. Great. So, what I figure is we'll do something kind of like this. And just have the spruce wood slabs, kind of like so. And then possibly even realign this sand here such that we have more room to set up our... There we go. So that's a nice, simple way to do that. You know, it might look better if I had these kind of mixed in like this. That might be wider than I actually need. Let's see how that looks. That feels kind of broad. In fact, it feels so broad, it feels like I should make the dock longer. Which I'm not sure I want to do. But, core concept, this seems relatively sound. Now that we got this underway, one thing I wanted to do is come over here and try and tweak some of these buoys a little bit. Because it strikes me that it would be advantageous to make these a bit wider in addition to substituting out the lime green clay, or lime green wool for the top here. Yeah, that 3x3 feels like it's too big to be considered a buoy at this point, or a beacon. Like, I mean, that's almost as big as that lighthouse up there. That's just a little bit exceptionally too large. So let's go ahead and scale this back down a bit. Yeah, that already feels better. Just the bright red there, the bright green. I feel like that'll distinguish it more from naturally occurring stuff like that. What do you call it? Not seaweed. Dang it. Boat, stop turning. Go this way. The sugarcane or what have you. So, I'm going to run through and take care of a whole bunch of rest of these. Time skip. So one thing that I realized too is that because these red bricks will maintain their color and lighten even after I remove the torch, I can go ahead and switch them over to redstone torches, which I think looks a lot better. Now, I think it might be helpful to add another kind of red beacon right here, actually. Whoops. And that'll burn your feet. Dang it. Of course I can't get up there now. I believe in me. Whoop, there we go. Great. And this is our final torch replacement. Whoops, next to last. Final, boom, done. Okay, great. So now, we actually have the proper lighting. I've got red lights on the red buoys. There's no green lights in the game, so I left the yellow torches on there. I think that still helps differentiate them. It looks so much better than the end rods during the day. So, yeah, I think that having the the clearer, brighter green, especially against the glass. Like, I think that the lime green glass was just too close to the lime green clay, whereas the lime green wool definitely has a much higher contrast. I might ultimately want to put a marker more visible earlier there. I've removed the one by Will's Knight's base, so he shouldn't be able to see it until, or see any of these until he goes around the corner, which will keep them out of his way. So, on the whole, I think that this has been a pretty successful upgrade to a pretty solid core concept. Now, I know some of you guys have ideas about what you want me to do in my gallery, and I've really appreciated your comments on that so far. Feel free to keep suggestions rolling in about things that you would like to see me work on in Hermitcraft for my next episode, because I do not want to do 3 boating episodes in a row. I think 2 in a row is probably good. And this is just, look at this. So we build something, we iterate, and then we use it, and we move on. Yeah, this is definitely working a lot better. I'm very pleased with how this has come out. So, anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.